In the late 1800s, there was freight to be moved. So God created a truck driver. He needed a man who would get up before the sun and check out his rig from front to back and look over the paperwork and get the logistics squared away so the brand could get the load delivered. He needed a man and or a woman who would leave the warmth and comfort of their homes and live in their trucks for days, weeks, and months at a time. He needed a driver who would help a motorist or a fellow driver at a moment's notice, because it's the right thing to do. He needed a driver, math teacher, dispatcher, geography teacher, mechanic, and negotiator, all wrapped into one. He needed a driver who understood the meaning of honor and integrity. He needed a driver that never fails to yank that chain when someone on the sidewalk of any age shows the arm pump signal. He needed a driver that knows it's up to him to take the high road, to pull up. He needed a driver that was not looking for a plush, easy, cushy job with a fat pension, but would sign each day with their best. He needed a driver that would not talk about the storm, but just bring the ship to shore. So God made the American truck driver. He needed a driver to get in and out of spots that were designed by people sitting behind a desk because, well, they had just never had the privilege of driving a big rig. He needed a driver that could shut it all down when home time started. He needed a driver that could be a dad or mom, an uncle or aunt, grandpa or grandma, brother or sister, that could still in a great way impact his family, all while delivering the goods. He needed a driver that understood dispatchers have bad days, and sometimes they are not given all the details either. He needed a driver that would give his extra set of pliers to a rookie out on the road. He needed a driver that was the greatest puzzle player that could find the missing pieces to the daily puzzle of moving freight down the American roads. He needed a driver that would not spend a great deal of time thinking vengeful thoughts and would just give the justice up to the judge. He needed a driver that would start and end his day with prayer for his family and co-workers. He needed a driver that would haul for the brand with loyalty, honor, and dignity all day, every day. He needed a driver that would always hold off bellyaching until another day. He needed a place for our honorable veterans to work after their service. So God created the American truck driver. He needed a lot of people to supply this driver with all of his tools to go to battle daily. So God created the office staff, the shop techs, all of those honest, hard-working folks behind the scene. And America is better off because of the American truck driver.